Just getting set up here. Getting stuff set up here. I decided Final Fantasy XII would be my next one because I saw the Pixel remasters are coming, and that excites me. I'm pumped for that. So yeah, I'm gonna do some Final Fantasy XII. Just gonna make sure. Getting started. Kind of interesting to see the Twitch stuff. Apparently I was in the top 2% of Skyrim streamers, which is weird. But I did have a lot of Legacy of the Dragon stuff, which really was popular. So that's cool. I appreciate the people that watched it. Hope they enjoyed it. I don't know how much Skyrim will do next year, but you know. I don't know how much Final Fantasy will do. But we are going to do this. I'm interested in. You know, I don't like how this is going. We're gonna do this. I wish there was a way to change stuff up, but the only way to do it is to do this. So it'll copyright claim it. I'm gonna leave this on ×2. ×4 is just, it's too fast. I don't like it. I don't like it. We're gonna skip all this. Because we have seen it already.
But...
Yeah, but... It was in the first stream. I will keep that stream as a prologue thing. But we have to go through this again, because the ×2 is just better than the ×4. I thought the ×4 would be okay, but... Ugh, horrid. Oh, there we... Oh yeah, that's much better. I guess I'd seen all this, so we're just going through it. It's fine. We know you're Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Damascus. We get it. This game is a major grind. Like I said, I'd like to get all the espers. And I would like to get as close to level 99 as possible. It's not necessary. But you know, I'd like to get there. That takes a lot of grind though. 2 job masteries for each character, it's not much. I'd like to get all the hunts done. I like to fight Tiamat. Or Yzmat, sorry, not Tiamat. Tiamat is a boss in the game, but it's kind of a mandatory boss. It's a story boss. But we will fight that one. Yeah, we've seen all this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but... we could go on fighting all these guys forever, but you know what? I don't want. Go ahead and throw the save down. I don't know why it doesn't stream the save screens, just a save screen. But I don't make the rules. Up the stairs we go.
Intruders!
Don't tell me what to do. So it's 3 on 1. That's up there. It's 2 on 1. That's over there. It's 1 on 1. Mono e mono. Use. I actually like the gambit system. I think it's fun. But we've kind of gone through this tutorial already, so I guess I'm just kind of skipping through it. Yeah, but lots of scenes. I need to get to be Vaughn. I need to hunt rats. Rats, I say. Rats.
Yeah.
I still really haven't decided on a job for each character yet. I know Penelope will be my white mage. That's just how she rolls. I've made Vaughn 3 different things before.
Wow,
4.
Vaughn,
I've made
you
him a
got
knight.
them all yourself?
Monk,
Guess I know who
Shikari,
to call
or
when something
Bushido.
big comes along.
Hey,
I've made him Red Mage. I've made him an Archer. So those are the kind of the jobs he's been. I kind of like the Fran as the Red Mage Archer. Okay. As you see, we're already going to Miguelo's place, which we've been to. Skip it. Now we've been to Miguelo's place. Let's go to the Sand Sea. Place we will spend much time in. Skip it. Dang it, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We're just going through it. Thank you. Okay. Transit. Rogue tomato. Or tomato. Or potato. Oh, for crying out loud. No. So there we go. We also did the magic shop one. We have to do this 100 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% of the way there. Told you this game's a grind. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so it does count. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, halfway there. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, B. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80% of the way there, guys. We're almost done. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. Just like the alley racing game. 92. 93. I think that's 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. There's the 100. Okay, see? I'll never have to do that again. And everybody rejoiced. So we got the magic and the 100 visits to the shop. Now we have armor to do. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the armor one is done. Now to the weapon shop. Let's get that done. Something up here. So we gotta do 30 weapon shops. Magic shop. To read the notice board for the hunts 400 times. Not quite there yet. But it will show how long this is a grindy game, I'm warning you. 20 minutes in. There we go. 1, 2, 3, we got 4 grimoires. 20 minutes into the game. And that's with skipping all the first stuff because we've already seen it. The good news is that's done now. Yada yada yada. Go ahead and save here. I'd also like to fill out the whatchamacallit, the in-game achievement tracker. I'd like to fill that out. I do have several whatchamacallits. I have 20-some trophies already in this game from earlier playthroughs. I beat it on the Xbox, so I did not fight Yasmin in Zodiac Age, so I'm curious to do that. I did fight Gilgamesh, though. Spoiler, I guess. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's just a much better speed. I'm much happier with this. Times 4 is a little too fast, people. We won't be skipping all the cutscenes, so those will be involved. It's just I wanted to get to this point. It took about half an hour. Need some backtracking. We're doing alright. Not quite level 2 yet. Now we're caught up. Level 2. Level 2. None have survived. So you're just getting absolutely murked. That was early on. Problematic. It's a potion to make up for it. Thinking of what to be for each character. I think Balthier is going to be my Bushido. Bahn's an all-around character, so he actually fits really well as a red mage, but you kind of mess yourself up playing him as a red mage. There we go. Don't think this is an option down here. Oh, it is an option. Okay, that might be something we consider. Kind of like the options here of speed. Bahn's speed is good. Like I said, he's all around a capable character. People just don't like him because he's Bahn. But I've never had an issue with Bahn, so
Yeah.
I think Shikari might be the way to go for him. We shall see.
Yeah.
So far, this is going well. Love to get another level here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if it hits me twice, I'm dead. Okay. Let's see which one it can was. Hopefully it's not the one I'm fighting.
Yeah.
We will take carry. Oh, I gotcha. I got him. He's mine. Failed.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Very good. I do like him as a monk as well. The high-end cure spells later on are very, very nice. Very good. And the only way to get them is with the monk. Decisions. It's never easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want to challenge. Let's play this game without getting a job. I mean, it's not how you're supposed to play the game at all, but you know, it's a challenge. Some people like that kind of crap. I tend not to. I like to overpower the game, make it submit to my will. Eventually he'll just run at it. Let's see. Okay. Map, get that taken care of. And primer, that's what we're looking for. Because there is no mark all as red, so... Here, checklisting stuff, bestiary, done. We will not 100% the bestiary, that I can guarantee. used to not be able to change your job once you got it on the PlayStation version. They changed that when they released the Xbox and the Nintendo version. And they gave an update to this one so you can change your job because it just makes sense. Experimentation is nice. I like the Shikari for Vaughn. It's just a good support role, but it just helps because then you can add something onto it. Whereas with Balthier, I make him the Bushi Knight, and I give Bosch the Ulan. Fran, it makes the Red Mage Archer. You just gotta go from there. Ulan Foebreaker's pretty good. A Monk-Time Battle Mage should be an interesting combination. Haste yourself and just go with it. Oh, there's some. First two things unlocked. The nice thing about Shikari, as you can see, there's a shield, and shields do work in this game. So I would go with you than you. I might go with Libra first. So there we are, 184 health. Hi. Bye. First hunt, rogue tomato. Dead.
Galbana lilies? Never thought I'd see him growing out here. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
I agree. It's a good souvenir. So with that, we can go back and get some story beats done. When you're installing the game, you can actually, once you are playable, you can get to this point right here, and then if the game's not finished installing, you'll actually run into what's his face? Rex. Not Rex. The little boy. And he'll tell you the game's not ready to be played yet, or you can't go on. And you're just kind of stuck here. You can go back out in the Easter stand and fight, but yeah, this is where you end. Right here. Until the game is downloaded. So that's as far as you get in terms of like the demo of the game for the beginning. No real access to anything. Kites, that's his name. Vaughn. I guess I'm not the only one who got locked out of the city. I told Penelope about the mark you were going after, and I guess I got her worried, so the two of us headed out here to find you. As soon as I stepped out, the guard closed the gate and things got crazy. Haven't been able to find her since.
Stand back there! Back! This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
That's right. Closed.
Now what?
Open the gate! Alright, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy.
Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did.
A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch.
For now.
Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobo sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside. Right then, move them in.
Well... that does it.
You smashed my flowers.
Fine, fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet too. Take a Dalmascan Barrow's wine, It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and close this gate as ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Robbing them with booze. Gotta love it.
Don't give me a scare like that. Ha! You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait! What is it? Vaughn!
Some neat architecture.
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Arm... Your Excellency.
People of Rabanastre, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Spit on your ex! Go back to Arcadia!
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
So we learn about Vane Solidor here. He's got a pretty good grasp on politics and how to get people on his side and control the masses.
Is Rabanasta to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguelo, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanasta join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanasta. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
How can he stand about to him like that?
Vaughn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to.
Lord Vane never did.
You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Vaughn. Vaughn, you haven't heard a single word I've said, have you? This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanasta anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penel, that fete tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Miguelo to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, sky part of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe. But not through Magello. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Alright, let's go to Lowtown. Treasure used to be right here. It'll spawn in the original game. No touchy. Lose Zodiac Spear. This game, they got rid of that stupid rule. Grab all the chests. That Zodiac Spear still will elude your grasp.
If it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Dallin. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
I've heard all I need. So this is the Crescent Stone. Can I have it? I can find secret patches within the palace, right? Not much of a listener, are you? Crescent Stone has lost its magics. Without the power of the Sunstone, it would be of little use. Alright, so where can I get one of these Sunstones? You seek Giza Plains. Speak to the nomads there, you'll find the Sunstone. Leave by the south gate and continue south. Their village is not far. There are likely to be beasts in the plains, so be careful, my boy. You don't have to worry about me, I'll be back before you know it. Alright. So, yeah. Let's see, Giza Plains hang right here and practically the south gate. This will be easy. I'll save here simply for the teleport stone. See, now we can teleport here. Giza Plains. So that's one hyena. Those hyenas. I'm gonna chase this guy around. Got him. Potion. Eye drop's useful. Okay. I'm happy with that. Another potion. Good.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha.
Take that.
Yeah.
Bonus. I'll take the accessory. The reason is it gives me a bangle. You should see, you go over here, there's some health. Some more health. Okay. Here's where the real health is, as you can see. A lot of my health in that area. And you work your way down. This is where battle lore is, so you want all that. Swiftness is down there. Those are there. Now, that we want. That's okay. Ninja sword. Oh, I know why. Okay. Phoenix Illusion stamp. Okay. It's because we don't have our gambit yet. So some of this stuff is blocked off. And it won't be later. So keep that in mind. This way. So we bought a map of the Giza Plains. What's your offer? Making the sunstone as a chore, we give the children to our camp. They run the plains, traveling from dark crystal to dark crystal, drawing the light from the crystals and the shade stones. One of the children, Jin, has not returned. He carrying one of supplies the shade stones. Find Jin for me, tell him to come back to the camp. He may take one of the sunstones he made and return. Some of the children said they might have seen him in the south of the camp. You may want to speak with him yourself before leaving. Please find Jin and tell him to return at once. More importantly, give me Penelo.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same, though the answer is pretty clear. No good.
What? I'm being good.
Is that right? So then you wouldn't mind if I, say, tagged along, would you?
Huh?
Oh, don't worry. Miguelo's busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Why, I'm free for the whole day. Well, let's get going.
You'll come into play later. As will you. That takes care of that. Let's go ahead and make you our light mage. Takes care of that. Avon, let me give you this before we get out. There are all sorts of monsters, so you can never be too careful. 3 potions, 2 phoenix stems. So far we were traveling by yourself, but now that I'm here, we can travel as a party. You can give commands to allies, just be sure you're doing it to yourself for now. I'll make my own decision about what to do too, but you can always give me specific commands and I'll take care of those first. Got it? Cool. One more thing, if you don't want me to fight on my own, you can always turn my gambits off. My gambits turned off, I won't do anything until given the word. You should really think about using gambits yourself, you know, so you can manage battle a lot easier. Gambits are added. Well, ready to go? Yeah, we're missing a bunch of gambit slots, which will become important. Vaughn wasn't just supposed to be somewhere to the south of the village. If we work our way around, we should be able to find him. Okay. More importantly, yeah, let's equip you so we can see what we're looking at. Antidote will definitely take that.
Yes. Yeah.
We do have a lot to kill here.
Yeah.
Here, there's blind, so there's a spell. And there's a heal. Alright, very good. Potion. Money. We like the money.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for battle thing. There, battle lore. That'll help with her ability to do damage. Could make the difference between, you know, life and death in a couple of these early fights. The two of us here, we are gonna be okay. It's just it's easier with her battle lore and my speed is where I'm coming into play. There's potion. Oh yeah. We made the right decision. Eventually we'll get it to where stuff costs less to use, like the magic. 15? Oh, I can actually take care of that. Okay. 25 minutes for more health. Okay. More. That's where we're headed. Not gonna do it yet. Three.
Yes.
Dose. These two will take care of my 30 hit. Wilderness.
Yeah.
39 gil. Alright, I'll take the gil. I'll take money. You'll always happily take money. Because you're going to spend a lot of it.
Yeah.
Dang it, it survived. Okay. No, it didn't. So there's another potion. There's 40 gil. Okay. You take the money and the potion. You always want more than 30 gil, because that's how much a potion is worth selling. So you always want more than that. Save here. No. I don't want to save that. There we go. Getting some early things done. This isn't where I want to be. Wrong lever. I want to go to the Sand Sea. That's there. Back up. Oh, Vaughn defeated the Rogue Tomato, did you? I was worried that you might not be ready just yet, but you did a fine job of it. Here, the bounty for completing the hunt. 300 gil, 2 potions, and a teleport stone. You followed through on the hunt like a real professional. I'm going to let you on a little something to help you along. Did you ever notice the bango standing in front of the building on the north end? Might be worth time to pay him a visit. Show him a climbing primer I gave you. He'll let you inside. As for what's there, you'll just have to go see for yourself. Alright, we will. First things first, though. Yeah, I'll go check out the petitioner. Here he is. You saw my bill to the hunt Dexteria. You're looking for Ghastly, you found him. I own a shop over in the bazaar, but times have been tough, so I put an order on some new goods, hopefully hoping to stir up some business. But everything I owned in collateral against the shipment. Trouble is, the beastie in the western sands has been attacking caravans. As it happens, my goods are supposed to be arriving by way of Westerstan too. If this Thextera were to attack, what of my goods? Please, you must kill Thextera for me. Accept the hunt and I'll tell you where to find it. Okay. Now we're talking. Thextera stalks Westerstan, a region known as the Galtea Downs. Caravan driver said they would set up along the cliffs of the wall to the left as you leave the city via the west gate. Depending on you, if our shop goes under, my wife and I will be turned out on the streets. Thextera, hunt begins. Bum 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 bum. Alright, well. I'll take care of another situation. We were told that there's a banga here, and we're given this clan primer. This guy right here. Conspicuous banga. Ah, you got yourself a primer, so you have. Well, what are you standing around out here for? In with you. Can't quite recall your face. Are you new? Might want to pay special heed to the folks inside have to say. Well, you going in or not? Yeah, I'll go in. Remember, my name is Bansett, under here with Lance Ontario. Pleased to meet you. What are you looking at? This ain't no place for children. He's an exception. His parents were both hunters. And they were friends of mine to boot. That is, until they set out on a hunt one most notorious mark. But I'll avenge them, be sure of it. I've been keeping an ear to the ground, listening for any sign of that mark ever since. That's what this place is all about, a deadly serious business. This is not to be taken lightly, you hear? Okay. Yes, what do you need? I'm Cajun, a hunter at Clan Ontario. To know my boundaries, did I join the clan? It is a wellspring of information and powerful marks. New clan member. I am Kangro. Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. Unlike other members, I cannot participate in hunts. My specialty lies in the collection of information. If you have a question about one of your marks, ask. I will tell you what I know. Okay. Mont Blanc. Rupo? Yours is a new face. Are you a hunter? Welcome to our clan hall. I'm Mont Blanc, founder of Clan Centurio. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Kupo. Our clan is a very strict entrance examination. We should begin at once, and you pass. Moogles are quick to make up their minds, Kupo. So I made it just by the luck of me. Here in Clan Hall, you hear about especially dangerous marks you won't find posted on any other board the moment they rear their ugly heads. Well, I guess I'll filing necessary clan membership certificates. I'll be finished in no time flat, Kupo. Kupo, I nearly forgot. Now that you remember, you can make purchases in the clan shop on the Mithril Bazaar. Be sure to stop by. Oh, one more thing. The magic and techniques you learn in the license board come in handy on a hunt. If say you're thinking of making some adjustments to someone's board, well, I'm the Moogle you need to come see. Happy hunting. All membership papers are in order. Allow me to give you this to commemorate your joining the guild. I'll have a little something for each time you attain a new clan rank, Kupo. 3 potions. Keep up splendid work. Any new marks? No. Alright. Thextera. Alright, well, let's go hunt the Thextera. I think that'll be fun. I should pretty much accomplish everything I want to accomplish. Oops. Hey, I heard the boss gave you okay. It's not that simple. We got strict rules you're gonna have to abide by. Thing is, I can sell you depending on your clan rank. You want to crack the good stuff, best raise your rank. I doubt you'd be disappointed. Didn't mean to tuck your ear off. Go on, take a look at what we have. Your rank, of course. So there's Decoy. And our grimoires. Alright. So we've unlocked the Bazaar, Clan Centurio, which will be the main side quests that we do. There will be some weapons we go after, but you know, that's the main one. Also has Genji armor, which is awesome. Balthier will love it. I might love it, I'm not sure. Save here. done. Alright, it's not windy and deadly. That's a good thing. Usually there's a sandstorm here and life is difficult.
Yeah.
There's a quick heal. Usually I do this way later. I'm way healthier. And higher level. But right now we're fine. There is that. Now we're looking at health. You not really looking at anything. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, well, I'm still healthy, so let's go ahead and do this. There's a leather shield, we can't really use it, but we have it now. Oh, Bosch might use it later. Might. Down goes the Thextera. Very good, our second hunt complete. That's fine, just fine. 5 gil. What a treasure chest. Tell you what, you ain't getting a much better treasure chest than a 5 gil treasure chest. You are top of the line at that point. See, this is a little harder than the Easter Sea and stuff, but also more to it. Things behind. Like a wolf. It's kind of weird, there's no like cactuars or anything. But we have managed to pick up quite a few potions. And completed a hunt, which I didn't really expect to do this stream, but you know, hey, things happen. We get things done, it's stuff I don't do later. That is how I'm looking at it. If I do it now, I don't have to do it later. Licenses. Just in case. Then it gives me the chance to get Martyr, which is really useful. And more importantly, there's channeling and health for Pinello, which is good. We want that. Okay, let's see here. Get out of here. We are heading back to a familiar place. There we go. Now turn in our hunt. We defeated Dextera, which will open up stuff for us. Two hunts is a good thing. That gives us options. It likes the options. I'm trying to think. Should be able to buy all my spells here. Good. We have 1,500 gil right now. Also good. Turn in our quest. You did it. You brought down the Dextera. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You saved me and my wife. This isn't much, but I want you to take it here for helping us out. 500 gil, a head guard, and a teleport stone. Most time when I head back to my shop, say you should stop by sometime. Maybe I'll have a little something for you. I'm afraid it won't be much, so don't go too far out of your way. But if you happen to be near the bazaar, say hello. Agreed? Agreed. Yeah, headgear we already have. Flowering cactoid. Okay. The notice has been given. Alright. Here. Double save. ourselves a little stronger. Like I said, the more I do now, the less I gotta do data. Different type of enemy. That'll be beatable. Yeah, taking care of business. No treasures. Sad. Sad for me. There's treasure. Sadly, only 20 good. More sadness. There's 1 out of 50 steals I need. There's 2 out of 50. Just saying, making the steals. Making it count. Once I steal it 50 times, I'm pretty much done in that department. I don't have to do it anymore. Don't want to mess around with these guys. I'm not going to mess around with these guys. Okay. I was able to steal. Worth it. Like I said, I want to get the clan primer stuff, so like one of those things is steel. Also, it helps because it's a technique, so it double dips. Which is useful. Double dipping. You use the technique and get that. Dang it, I couldn't steal. They're like, we don't want you to steal. Use your morality. And I'm like, but I want to steal it. Let me steal. And they're like, no. I'm like, sadness. Didn't steal. Couldn't steal. Come, stop being such a nice guy and steal their crap. If another will just end everybody. I am having no luck. Darn straight, starting both of them. Done. Get a steal. Stone from you. And a Winston. So I was able to steal a couple things. For attacking. Let's see, there's our first one. Teleport. Nope. That 8 wild snakes is going to be tough. And there's our 2 hunts. Is that several magic lures? That's the channeling we want, though. Sleeping. Couldn't steal from a sleeping cactuar. I don't know how to feel about this. Twice I failed to steal from a sleeping cactuar. It's so frustrating. Get that 50 steals. I'm gonna do it. Nothing there. So nothing's happening in this area. Down. Talk to this guy, but I'm not gonna, because I don't want to activate that hunt yet. I am not high enough level. It will take me down. I'm going to talk to any of you. That's mostly because I just want to get this accomplished. Something dark side. 26 skill. You were over. I mean, you didn't deserve to steal from him. He made sure of it. Oh, I stole a pointy hat. That is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Sauce. I don't like that. Another 2 pointy hats. I love it. There's silence. So another spell. Check it off the list. Here's the other thing. This is building up my inventory. Stealing stuff. It's just, it's ensuring that my inventory has cells. Which is wonderful. That made Messiah. Steal something, for the love of God, steal something. I think that works. It sounds pretty good. Stole from both of them. Awesome. Good job. Not mad at all. A+. A+. Plus the pointy hat is a wonderful thing. I really do need to equip that on, but not when I have a chance. I think with bomb, enemies that are 100% health steal. That gambit's really pretty good. But you also have to have that gambit, like access to it. Gosh, darn it. I was able to correct that. Okay. Licenses. 10. Kind of want to make sure I have access to poison. And I do, so it was actually number 2, okay. So this is Protect and Shell, that's fine. These are obviously hugely important spells. Cura especially, I'll use that forever. Channeling, very importante. But the magic lures are nice. Needs 4 more. Equip you. Church. Empty hat. No. You get nothing and like it. So we continue on trying to steal 50 items. We're getting there though. stone. Still another one stone. And that's 2 more steels. In the grand scheme of things, you need those steels. God, cactus fruit, nice. That channel's gonna be useful, I'm telling you. No. Someone's keeping track of it, and it's like, you're not there yet. And I'm like, listen here. I leveled up, dang it. So that's good. Leveling up is good. Getting 500 health. Nice. Did not have a broadsword before. I do now. Can't use it. No, killed it. Killed it too quickly. That's where silence was. Still a windstone. Dang it. I need that because I need it to matter. You see, this matters and that matters because they're big time health things. That matters too. And that matters. So let's see where we need to be. That's 16. So 14 more kills until I get that. Just can't wait. I just want to steal. Alright, we took care of that business. Cure you. Cure me. Cure everybody. I get a cure, you get a cure, everybody gets a cure. Once we steal, everybody wins. Shit, I only worth 4 experience points. It's not exactly, you know, jumping up and down for joy here with experience points. It's just a matter of their treasure chests and I want their stuff. Just barely got it. Still couldn't steal. Give me my thing. I got my thing. Yes, sir. Stealing 50 times successfully. Alright, so we're done stealing forever and ever. So we have Balthier, and we have Vaughn. Awesome. Got there, 24, okay. We're gonna head back to Rabanastre. I don't have to steal ever again the rest of the game. There's not a lot worth stealing in this game. Yeah, there's some stuff, but it's not like the game-breaking stuff isn't really stealable items. Also, I need 14 more AP in that as well. That was 2. That was 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 12. She leveled up, which is, awesome. Should have chest there and a chest there, and there's an over striking out horribly on the chest. People will get mad with my grind in this game and say you're overkilling, but when you get to the super bosses, the grind is essential in this game. Plus, I really kind of enjoy the battle system. It's cathartic for me. And I've done quite a bit of story in this stream. If you think about it, we're already to the Sunstone. Like, I'm about to go into the palace and, use Penelo for massive quantities of game. She's my light mage, and that makes me sad. I don't want to lose my white mage, but I'm gonna. It's okay, because I'll have characters that can heal. They take care of you. Go ahead and do this. So there's some channeling. There's that. Just a little extra. An extra topper on my health. 30 health never hurt nobody. Probably keeps me alive a little bit longer. A lot of people think this is an MMO style of battle system. I've never seen an MMO use a gambit system like this. Like I get there's skills and stuff that MMOs use, but that isn't what this battle system is. So it confuses me why they say it's very MMO-y. And I feel like the MMO thing comes into play because Final Fantasy XI happened before this and it was an MMO. And people just didn't understand what an MMO style game was at that point. Like, EverQuest was a thing. I don't know if WoW was yet. I don't think World of Warcraft was a thing yet, so it was a different type of game that a lot of people weren't into. And those that were into like I said, when World of Warcraft came out, they were into that. You had your devoted EverQuest fans and a couple others. A couple other titles, Call Asheron and stuff like that. But yeah, the MMO wasn't a popular genre by any stretch of the imagination. There was no WoW or Elder Scrolls Online or Star Wars The Old Republic or Lord of the Rings Online even, or Final Fantasy XIV, which is now like the most popular MMO on the planet. Completely outdoes every other MMO, and in all honesty is one of the better Final Fantasy games ever made. The story is outstanding. I've watched on Twitch many people play it, and the story is fascinating. I just don't feel like paying $15 a month for a game. That's my reasoning, when I just can watch it on Twitch and watch other people beat the story and not have to... Granted, I won't experience it for myself, but I've seen the story, so... I have no interest in playing Final Fantasy XIV. But I will not deny it's a good game. Like that, I'm not going to be that stupid. I know it's a good game. Like, I understand that. I just... In terms of time sink and money sink, I just don't have those resources in terms of time to really do it. That's just the reality of it. When I had my other job, and I had days upon days off, yeah, I had time to play more video games. And play these big, long video games, but, you know, it just isn't the way the world works right now. I have a job I'm quite happy with, and it's a Monday through Friday, and it lets me stream, it gives me the opportunity to stream at night, like I'm doing now, and on the weekends. And I don't regret that, so... Do I miss having all that time off? Sometimes. But I enjoy what I got, so I ain't complaining. Let's go ahead and see where we're at here. If I can get 2 more kills, I can just get her thing and just get that 50 out of the way. To have the 30s to grind out, which is plenty. Before I do that, I need to use the boys' room. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Had to grab a drink there. I figured I'd spend the next couple hours here grinding out some stuff. But back to my previous talking point. I think the one game I regret not being able to spend more time in would be Daggerfall. That was the one that I had the most views and the most interaction with people. And I kind of missed that. Like, I was one of the... When I was streaming Daggerfall, I had like the second or third highest stream count, or like viewership in terms of Daggerfall. Granted, the competition, there was like 5 streams, but still, it was fun. You get 50 views in a game that doesn't have a lot of viewership. Doing something right there, and I kind of miss doing that. But Daggerfall is an MMO level time sink. Granted, the money sink isn't there, but the time sink unfortunately is, and I'd stream like 10 hours in that game a day. And I kind of miss doing that, because it was fun. I enjoyed streaming that game. It was a lot of entertainment. The character creation in that game is top notch. It is second to none. Like, creating your character is probably the most fun in that game, but it's also, once you get going, a fantasy life simulator. You could literally just forget the main quest, never get locked out of it, and just do whatever you wanted to do for the rest of time, which was kind of a neat thing. But it also lent itself to fun times with people, because they could share their stories, and then they started making Daggerfall Unity, and the mods in that game are something else. They're pretty good. Daggerfall is the second Elder Scrolls game. It's what Skyrim is part of, for those that aren't aware. I streamed a lot of Skyrim this year. A lot of Skyrim. Made several characters, had a lot of fun with them. I could never quite get Legacy of the Dragonborn to work on the Xbox, though. It kind of made me sigh out. Legacy of the Dragonborn is great on the PC, and difficult to install, have a good load order for Xbox. Xbox, it's cool, it's there, but it breaks the file. I don't honestly know how you can complete the mod on Xbox. I don't know anyone that has. I know one of the quests is breaking, game breaking. Luckily you have the option of skipping it, but still, that kind of sucks. You can basically tell the priest of Arcade, hey, you exercise all the stuff, we're gonna skip this quest. You can still get all the rewards, because the mod author knew this is kind of a glitchy quest on the PC, and so they put it on the Xbox and just absolutely destroyed the Xbox. I did it several times, and I was able to get through the quest and stream it, which was good, but the recommendation on that is a Night of Museum, and Legacy of the Dragonborn is always skip it. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for pain. But this is Final Fantasy XII, Zodiac Age, which actually I always played this game while watching Legacy of the Dragonborn playthroughs. Oh, there's the chest. And that's how I kind of got introduced to Legacy of the Dragonborn, watching it on Twitch. There's the other chest. Cool, so those two chests showed up finally. But that's how I got introduced to Legacy of the Dragonborn, was actually playing this game and watching that stream. Like, I'd watch Zodiac the Hacker play Legacy of the Dragonborn and Vigilant on Xbox while I would sit here and play Final Fantasy XII. I also watched Critical Role while I played Final Fantasy XII a lot. I found that to be quite good. The Amazon series is interesting, but I don't think the Amazon series... I don't know. I'd like to see... I'm curious how they handle Season 2, because once you get past the Briarwood vampire arc, it gets to be... Some of it gets to be a little goofy, and some of it gets to be tragic. I'm curious how far they'll go with some of the stuff. Critical Role's Campaign 1 was probably my favorite D&D stream of all time. I never really got into the other seasons. Like, my friend's kind of sad that I just don't care about the other Critical Role seasons, because it's like, it's still really good, and I'm like, I know, Mighty Nine didn't do anything for me, and after that, I just kind of lost interest. I'd rather play Dungeons & Dragons than watch it on stream. I really enjoy playing Dungeons & Dragons with my friends. I wish they were more open to the idea of streaming, but I wouldn't force my friends to, like, do a stream with Dungeons & Dragons, because A, I don't think they'd enjoy it. I think some of them are just, that's not their personality. And that's fine. Like, not everybody's going to be into streaming or talking, like, to a screen. I like talking when I play video games. That's one of the reasons I started streaming. I just like going through and yapping. But I have friends that just don't wanna do that, and that's perfectly fine. I am A-okay with it. I would love to stream a Dungeons & Dragons game. I think it'd be hilarious. I was always a chaos goblin. I was always chaotic neutral or chaotic good or some kind of ruffle the feathers type of character. Barbarian. My paladin was as close to a fallen paladin as you could possibly get. There's a dwarf named Bimmy, and we were playing Curse of Strahd, and I played it like he was this virtuous, everyone looked up to him type of paladin. But because he went to Barovia, and he ended up in Barovia, it started to corrupt him. Like, his surroundings were starting to bring out the worst of, like, dwarven traits in him. Selfishness, greed, just all around kind of nastiness in some ways. And it was kind of a fun idea to play with. Like, the environment he was in was altering his personality just ever so slightly. And as time went on, he found this cursed item, like the sword, that originally the DM didn't want, like, wasn't intentionally making it to where, like, taking over. But the way I interpreted it was the sword had a voice, and it encouraged my character to do nefarious things, let's just say. Things that a paladin shouldn't partake in. Like, there was a mother character in our party who was just a sweetheart, absolutely wonderful. She made soup for everybody out of various ingredients, which was a kind gesture, but didn't, translate into really good tasting soup, because it was made out of, like, flies or other ingredients. She was a druid, so nature ingredients. it was all natural, but it wasn't like stuff you'd want to eat. And she'd feed it to him and try and treat Bimmy like her kid. Well, Bimmy was getting corrupted by the sword, and she was trying to talk him out of letting go of this powerful sword, this artifact-level weapon, and he punched her in the face. And it was just heartbreaking to role-play that. She'd go up to him and give him a big hug, and my character was starting to reject the party's, like, help in terms of trying to break him from this curse, and it was heartbreaking because she just wanted to give him a hug, just wanted to let him know she cared about him, and wham, right in the face. And my character was like strong, so she felt it. It was just like, ugh. But it was such a good story moment, such a good storytelling campaign. Chris Estrade's an excellent campaign for characters that, if you want to be less than good, that's the campaign to play. Eventually they ended up getting the sword away from Bimmy, and he actually went back to being a righteous, awesome dude. They had to fight the entity inside the sword, and like I said, the DM just wasn't prepared for, wasn't expecting the sword really to be that big of a deal. It was just there to kind of push Bimmy down the path of further corrupting him, but the way it played out, it was such an interesting tool to go around and have this weapon alter his character even further than it was expected, and like power over friendship and stuff. And then he gets knocked out, and the axe, it was an axe, it got knocked out of his hand, and they go in and they get this axe and they basically break it. It was an awesome moment. Like, I was screaming for them to get rid of that thing because my character was just done. Had they not gotten rid of it, he would have become a fallen paladin. It would have just been tragic. He might have actually become a villain. So when they got rid of that axe, it was really a poignant moment for the group. It was really cool. Then the next game I played a bard, and he was named Killer Us, and he was just absolutely chaotic. And he was like this lost puppy who followed around the girl that played the mother character in the other campaign, played like the main character of our Travel to Avernus game, and she was this fallen angel, and she literally fell on top of my character's face from the heaven. So my character thought, oh, that's what love is, because he's kind of stupid. He was kind of stupid. The whole group was kind of stupid. Intelligence was a dump stat. So he figured she loved him because she fell on top of him from the sky. This has to be love. They ended up actually getting together, and it was really, it was sweet, because she went out to go sacrifice herself for the party against this ancient demon of doom, and my character basically blew the doors down off of the temple and like freaked out because she was gonna like sacrifice herself to save the party, and my character just couldn't handle that, couldn't handle existing without her, so he just destroyed this barricaded door with a spell and ran in and fought this demon off with her, and it was intense. Like she's pulling the Gandalf, fly you fools. And I was like, no. And she's like, I had this all planned out. And I said, you basically, like, you think that matters? D&D, baby. Nothing matters about plans. Never make a plan in D&D. It never goes well. But yeah, I enjoy playing D&D with my buddies. It's fun. We have a good time. We haven't done it in a while, and I kind of miss it. I think they're in a different group that I'm not really part of, but so they're still playing, but I miss it. I wish I was still actively playing it, but you know, getting near 40 here, it's harder to do scheduling. Scheduling hard. That kind of sucks. Then I think back and I wish I would have started sooner with the Dungeons and Dragons, but I didn't. But, oh well. It wasn't really my cup of tea back then. I was off playing sports. I was doing the sports ball. My video games reflected the sports ball. Even though I did play Final Fantasy, starting with 7. Like, when 7 came out, I was one of those Western type audience that they were aiming for. Hit me good. It satisfied this itch I didn't know I needed scratched. Final Fantasy 7 was a big time moment for me in video games. As it was with a lot of people. Final Fantasy 7 is a very popular game. I don't think it's as good as people want to make it out to be. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just not saying it's a game that is deserving of all the remakes and whatnot. Though that is determined by sales, and obviously Final Fantasy VII was the big seller of the franchise. And like I said, it's the first one I ever beat. First one I ever played. And I remember I got the book for my birthday, the strategy guide. And I didn't have a PlayStation yet. But I had the book. And I read that book cover to cover several dozen times, like a lot. Just combing through it, imagining playing the game, and that's the kind of hype that game was for me. And then my brother found a PlayStation in our garage in October, and he thought it was his birthday present. So he pulled out the box and said, "Hey, look what I found." And it was a PlayStation 1. And we were both so excited. And my mom looked at my brother and said, "That was supposed to be your Christmas presents. You guys can't play that until Christmas Day." And this was in October. So from October until December 25th, my mom put that box in the corner of the living room so we could just stare at the box for 2 months. And I was so miserable. That was the worst 2 months ever. And the game, and the fun part was, because we didn't know what games we were getting. Well, one of the games was Final Fantasy VII. It ended up being, so December 25th, I got to play Final Fantasy VII for the first time after having a book for 9 months and a PlayStation 1 for 2 months just staring at me. So Final Fantasy VII is the most taunting game I've ever had in my life. Like, people talk about hype for games, and I tell them that story, and just, like, it still makes me sad. Like, I still get, That was a long time ago. That was 97. So I must have got it in 98. And it was hard because the PlayStation went in my brother's room because I had the Nintendo 64. And so in order to play PlayStation, I had to let my brother in my room to play Nintendo 64, and that was rough. I gotta let my brother in my room? Oh, that's terrible. And I want to play this game, so get out of here. We were pretty fair to each other growing up, though, I think. You might have different recollections. I will say, playing GoldenEye, my best friend and I did team up on him more than one occasion. But, yeah. Who didn't? GoldenEye made many an enemy. Yeah, lots of enemies in GoldenEye. That was the best N64 game they ever made, by the way, GoldenEye. They never topped it. They had some classics. They had obviously Mario 64, Star Fox 64, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, original Smash Brothers. Probably the best commercial for a video game since Final Fantasy 3/6, depending on how you look at it now. But the Super Nintendo, where the Moogle is just frying all these guys. And everyone's like, what is this game about? And then you played Final Fantasy VI, and you're like, which was 3 in America, because numbering's confusing. But that game is oh so good. It's so good. It does have some downsides gameplay-wise. It homogenizes its characters at the end with magic, but, you know, it was not perfected. I'm always curious what people think is a better game, Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy VII. Like it kind of depends on when you grew up. If you grew up in the Super Nintendo days, Final Fantasy VI is the greatest game of all time for some people. For me, it's Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is the greatest game of all time. But people that grew up on the PlayStation would say that Final Fantasy VII is obviously a superior game. And I think it's interesting because if you look back at the advertising for Final Fantasy VII, none of the commercials showed gameplay. All the commercials were CGI cutscenes. That's all they were. Like that, there was no gameplay shown about that game to hype it up. It was all about the CGI. And then you get to the in-game graphics, and Final Fantasy VII is ugly. It's one of the ugliest games on the PlayStation, which people argue mercilessly about, but, you know. If you're being honest with yourself, the PlayStation 1 and the N64 were just test systems for 3D graphics. It was the transitional period from 2D to 3D. And I have to wonder sometimes, now that there's 2.5D remakes of a bunch of stuff coming, like I can't wait for that 2.5D Dragon Quest III game. The 2.5D graphics for like Octopath Traveler and stuff like that, I have to wonder, would they have been better served focusing on that type of graphics for the PlayStation 1 and then the PlayStation 2 really going in on the 3D when the technology was better? And I'm curious how some of those games would have played out, like Tomb Raider or something like that. Like, would that game have even existed in a 2.5D? I don't know how it would, because it's a platformer, but I mean, you can do platforming on the 2.5D. And I think it would have held up better, because if you go back and you play the PlayStation 1 games, They're ugly. I mean, one of the reasons the PS1 Classic failed, and they're not going to release an N64 Mini, is because the 3D graphics of the time were wow, but looking back at it now, they're really muddy and ugly. Like, if you play an N64 on a HD TV, you're really gonna get yourself some eye strain. It is rough. And I don't play a lot of games for graphics, but there's a difference between not playing games for graphics and not being able to, like, contemplate seeing what you're seeing. I have so many things going on here. I just gave myself 230. 50. So I just gave myself a bunch of HP. That's pretty good. Sitting here yapping. Not putting stuff on my lower. There, now our magic is a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4 MP. That's what. That'll play nicely. Yeah. I'm sorry for rambling, but I'm enjoying my rambling, so I'm going to keep doing it. That's one thing about Final Fantasy XII. It just kind of lets me get my thoughts out. Where Final Fantasy XII lets me get my thoughts out, but it doesn't, like... I don't stop playing the game, I still keep going. I enjoyed Final Fantasy XII, because it gives me fun. It's a fun time. Yeah, PlayStation 1, I still have my PlayStation 1, my N64, they both still work, which is crazy. They're actually saying that the original Xboxes are starting, like, all to fail. And mine works just fine, which I'm thankful for, because I really like my old Xbox. They're saying that, a lot of the old Xboxes are starting to show signs of failure. Bestiary or not. I know one of them is. I don't know which one. So I'm gonna get rid of him now. Maybe 3 gil, which is whatever, but 10 experience points as well. One gil, the greatest treasure of all. Now it's for the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox and the GameCube. GameCube's actually become like the system to collect. Because everybody had a PlayStation 2. Everybody had a PlayStation 2. It was, one of the highest selling systems of all time. I'm looking at my PlayStation 2 right now, in fact, and my original Xbox. But yeah, the GameCube's become quite the collector style. My GameCube still works. It's in my room. It's not out here. My system's out here, and my PS4, 360, Xbox, PS2, and Xbox One. So all my Xboxes are out here. Not all my PlayStations are. My N64, GameCube, and PS1 are in my room. My PC is out here as well. This is my Switch. My PSP and my 3DS are out here, but I haven't touched those in a while, to be honest. Still, I had a lot of fun with my PSP and my 3DS. I really want to get Dragon Quest games for the DS, but oh my god, I went on Amazon and I think it was Dragon Quest V was $467 for the Nintendo DS, and I was just like, that isn't worth anything. And then I saw them on my iPad, so I was kind of relieved that you can get it on the iPad. So I picked up Dragon Quest V. Once I figure out how to stream on my iPad, I might stream Dragon Quest V, because I kind of want to get like all these Final Fantasies, and I'd like to get as many Dragon Quest games as I could streamed. Because I really, 11's not entirely done yet. Like, the game is beat, but there's a post-game section that I'm kind of not in a hurry to play because I don't know if I want my character to play. I've seen what happens, and basically you lose connection with your party. Like, you get the chance to go back in time and do things right, in air quotes. Now, here's our mystery monster. Yeah, no. But the problem is your party doesn't grow together through the mistakes they made, and they have no real connection with your player character, the hero, the luminary. It's kind of gut-wrenching. Like, yeah, we went through the motions and saved the world, and we did it right, and everything's awesome, and your Erdrick's dead, and everything's cool, but man, it sucks. Like, it just like everything you wanted isn't the thing. Like, everything you had with your original party just doesn't happen, and it hurts. Because it's a 100-hour game. Like, you spend 100 hours in that game, and it just, you get attached to the characters, and it basically felt like the end game was tagged on so you could get Veronica back, which I get, but part of the narrative is her sacrifice, and without her sacrifice, it feels less of a story. Like, the story is better with her sacrifice, which is a weird thing to say, but I mean, she's a video game character, but it was a poignant moment, and a moment of growth, especially for her twin, Serena. She really needed a galvanizing moment for her, because she's kind of a ditz before that. She's a bubbly idiot. She's also the best white mage in the game, but and of course, best character ever, Sylvando. My favorite thing they did with Dragon Quest XI was actually add the character stories after you fail to save the world. Spoiler alert, I guess. But you fail to save the world, and the bad guy wins, and you get separated from your group. You get to play these individual stories as several of your characters to see what happened Because originally those didn't exist, and you just kind of picked up and tried picking up the pieces and restoring the world and finding your party. But you don't know if you don't know how they ended up the way they did. And adding in those stories was just awesome. And Sylvando's was by far my favorite. Followed by Rab, and then Eric, and then Jade was just an awful story. Just, I don't think we sexualize a character in Dragon Quest, and they chose Jade, and they just said, this is how we're doing it. And it was just, ugh. They turned her basically a demon sex slave, and it was just icky. It was icky. She's kind of like your sister character, so it's weird because a lot of people choose to marry her. I'm just like, I don't know. The game kind of sets her up as a sister. Like she's your cousin or your sister. She's kind of a relation to you, and it's like, shouldn't marry that girl. Like she's more of your like protector. And they give you a girlfriend in the beginning, but she's completely useless. She's not so much a girlfriend, it's just she's a friend that's a girl, but she has a crush on you, you can tell. It's hard to figure out. There we go. So we picked up 2 battle lures. Usually I go up here before I even contemplate fighting the Cactuar, simply because the Flowering Cactuar is kind of a hard fight. But, whatever. I also usually don't pick up Penelo until level 7. We're gonna try it. The servers from this consoles over lying on the road. Bill, I posted the first good news I've had all day. You'll accept a flowering cactoid for me. That's what I wanted to hear, so let's tell you what you need to know. I saw some creatures that look like cactuses on your way from Ravenastar. Speak with the devil. There he is. Seen him before, right? Mostly keep themselves, mostly. Every now and then a different sort of cactoid comes along with a flower on his head, and they're troublemakers. Smarter than your average cactoid. Taste for blood. Count how many times they've attacked this outpost. I don't dare attack when I'm on watch. Try that once and learn their lesson. Look, there it is now. There he is. Flowering cactoid on top, one up front. Look at them mocking us. Mocking us. Fist of rage, I said. They did a number on this poor Seek's belongings too. Needles everywhere. I hunted down myself, but I'm stuck here on watch. I asked a passing merchant to submit a bill to me, and that's where it comes into the story. Flowering cactoid would be lurking out on the Yardanth labyrinth. Do us all a favor and hunt it down for me. Got it. This is such a hard fight. At this point in the game. Oh, and make a kill attempt to take the flower. Apothecaries can make a potent salve from its petals. Got it. Cool, so we rested. There's one, go. deal. So we made 6% of it back. Of it back. 12%. Alright, then we'll okay. We shall try this fight. I don't promise it ends well. He's already parrying. He's parrying every hit. I've done 0 damage to him. And now I did some damage. Like back here, remember I told you you could run away? 13 damage, 10 damage, 10 damage. Once he goes below half health, bad things start happening. He's gonna get difficult. Used a potion. Use another potion. He missed every single hit. Ay, ay, ay. 11. Every hit he missed. Missed that hit. Here comes death. Almost down. Got him. Okay, so he did use 1,000 needles on me, though. Like, that did happen. Wiped me out. But strong and had hope. Right. cures here. Cure here. Another cure here. So that's good. That's cactus flower. I wish it could have been there and put the overgrown cactus in its place. Here's your bounty. No, it's not much, but it's the best I can do. Thanks for your help. And this, well, 10 potions and 500 gil isn't terrible at this point in the game. But this bounty here leads to a much more in-depth side quest later. Like, much more in-depth side quest. So, we'll take care of that in a little bit. Well, in a long bit. It's gonna be a while. It's a nice thing about the grind in this game. You can do various activities like hunts. Be in pretty decent shape. That is one thing about this game. It is, if you like grinding, this is a game for you. Again, I don't think the battle system's terrible at all, so for me it's fun. For me this game is entertaining. Not the popular opinion. The popular opinion is to bash on this game's combat system and not really speak highly of the game in general. There are a couple games I still want to play. I want to finish Tales of Vesperia. I want to play Star Ocean 4. Actually beat it. The new Star Ocean looked kind of fun too, but I want to beat Star Ocean 4 first. Other games the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters are coming to the PlayStation, so I would like to get those on here, and then I might replay Final Fantasy 1 and 3 just for giggles, but I'd like to stream 4 for sure, because I've had problems with that on the PC, and I think 4 is an easy game to stream. I did beat it, but off stream, so I want to beat it on stream. 5 is the Final Fantasy grind fest, if you want to do all the jobs. 6, obviously, I would love to go on stream because 6 is awesome. Like I said, my PC just, it struggles. It struggles so mightily with streaming right now. Which is why I've turned to the PlayStation so heavily. I do stream on my Xbox still. Part of me wants to go back and replay and continue on with The Witcher 3, I should say. I don't want to replay it, I want to continue it on. Final Fantasy 13 is still looming. I did start it though, which is a thing. So at least it started. It's not like I'd be starting from scratch, I just have to continue it. Ugh, it's so bad. Obviously, first game I ever streamed was Final Fantasy 15, and I beat that. Really had a lot of fun with Final Fantasy 15. I understand the hate for 15, it's just... I enjoy it. Which is weird, because I don't actually like Final Fantasy VII Remake or any of the new Final Fantasy VII games. Like, I don't enjoy that battle system. Which is, you know, hypocritical of me, but I admit it. Because I liked 15's battle system. And 7 Remake is just a improvement on 15's battle system. Gone for more of an action-oriented game. Which I understand, but I don't know. It's also what worries me about Dragon Quest XII. I feel like that's Square telling Enix, you have to make this more action-oriented, and blah blah blah. I'm just like, man, part of the reason Dragon Quest is so successful is because it doesn't care, it just sticks with what it's good at, and it does it exceptionally well. Like, there's a place for turn-based combat in video games. It just is. It's been proven. Even by Square Enix itself, with Bravely Default. That series, and Octopath Traveler, and it just, it's like, you literally are proving to yourself these games are successful and good. But you want to make all these action games. And this updated combat system that you don't need it. Granted, this combat system was absolutely hated by people when it came out. Final Fantasy XII was not a super well received game. Polarizing is a light term, especially after Final Fantasy XI was an MMO. That really kind of irked a lot of people. Whereas 14 started out terribly and then became, you know, what it is now. But 11 had a very kind of annoyed reaction from fans of the series. They did not want an MMO. Now, is Final Fantasy XI a bad game? No. Not at all. I've never played it, but I've watched it. It's not bad. But it's not... The barrier to entry is very high, and I'm not sure how long the game will survive due to, you know, its age. People still play it though, so I mean, it's still around. The best thing that ever happened with Final Fantasy, in my opinion, are these like this. This remake of 12 is spectacular. And I've been kind of dissing Square here a little bit, but I will give them credit where credit is due. This is a really, really good remake of a game that a lot of people didn't give a chance to. And they really did. You can tell they put some effort into this and really cared about it. And it's nice to see. And as for the Pixel remasters, I mean, they're really good. they're the OG games, and that sometimes that's just what you want, is just the game. Like, I don't need all the extras, I just want the original version of the game. And we get that with the Pixel remasters, and I kind of like that. And they fix some bugs and glitches and things that didn't work properly, and make some quality of life improvements, and that's fine. I don't need all the bells and whistles of newer versions of the game. Those versions exist, and they're out there and relatively easy to get a hold of. Like Final Fantasy IV, you can get a hold of that game on the 3DS, Steam. Everything's on Steam, including the Pixel remasters. But I mean, it's nice to have the games be what they were supposed to be, if that makes sense. And just, it's nice to have them that way. the way the good Lord intended it to be. 70 battle lore. Oh, God, I can get 2 battle lores. Take it. And there's swiftness. So we like the swiftness. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 battle lores. 1, 2 more left. So there's 6 total there. Okay. What's my, whatchamacallit? 425, 556. Okay. Go sell some stuff here. Sell some stuff here. Gotta make that money. The kill rate in this game is, if you don't grind, you're gonna be short. Like, that's just the way it is. You're gonna be really, really short if you don't grind. If you do grind, you're still gonna have trouble with money in the beginning. There's a very specific time when money stops becoming a problem, and that is not now. It is when you go to the floating island. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me right now, but when you get to the floating island and you fight a bunch of skeletons and you get bone fragments, you can turn in 99 of them and get like 30,000 gil, and you can start building up your gil that way, which is nice. But we are 3 hours into the stream, so I figure this is a good place to stop. We accomplished some stuff. I mean, we got through some stuff. Double save here. And I'm okay with that. I got through some ramblings. Did a bunch of the story stuff. Got to the sunstone part. Leveled up to level 7. Was able to make it up the license board a little bit here. So, doing alright. But, like I said, 3 hours in, we're a good place to stop here. So, until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.